Okay, let's dive right in. Today we're unpacking a really key session from the Service Design Global Conference, Day 3. It was called Designing AI Transformation.
That's right, led by Rory Keddie and Shipra Kayan from Miro. And the context they set was, well, frankly, a bit stark.
Stark is right. They kicked off referencing studies, McKinsey, MIT, suggesting that AI transformation projects fail. Was it up to 90% of the time?
90%. It's an incredible number. And that really frames their whole argument. How service design can actually provide a reliable path to avoid that failure.
Make it human-centered, basically, not just tech-led.
Exactly. They talked about avoiding what they called magpie syndrome, getting drawn to the shiny AI tool itself.
Right. Instead of focusing on the actual problem or the people involved, and often it's just a top-down mandate, isn't it? No real strategy, no buy-in.
Precisely. You skip the foundational work, the systemic thinking, and you end up, well, solving problems nobody actually has, just with fancier tools.
So the antidote they proposed is applying those core service design principles. Let's maybe walk through those 5 in the context of AI.
Good idea. So, number one is always human needs, anchoring everything in the people who are actually impacted by the AI.
Understanding their jobs, how they work, how this thing will actually affect them, makes sense.
Then, critically, cross-functional collaboration. AI isn't just an IT project. It touches legal, ethics, UX, operations, everyone.
So you need all those voices in the room from the start, co-creating what success even looks like. Otherwise, it's doomed.
Absolutely. And third is sequencing the workflow. You can't just sprinkle AI everywhere and hope for the best.
Ah, okay. So designers need to map out the whole process and figure out strategically where AI gives the biggest bang for the buck, right? Save effort where it won't really move the needle.
Exactly right. Then comes evidencing. This one's key. You have to actually test and prove the AI tool works and delivers real value.
Not just feeling productive, like avoiding those vanity metrics where everyone thinks it's great but nothing actually improves.
Precisely. You need hard evidence it solves a real pain point. And finally, wrapping it all together is the holistic view.
Looking at the entire ecosystem, the tools, the processes, the governance, the people, so you don't accidentally optimize one tiny part and break something else.
Yeah, avoiding those narrow wins that create downstream chaos. And Miro shared how they're applying this internally.
Right, their goal to become an AI-first business, they really emphasize the designer's role in that workflow mapping piece.
Yes, that was fascinating. This idea of designers deciding where the process needs to intentionally slow down.
Versus where AI can exponentially speed things up. Can you give an example of that?
Sure. So speeding up might be something like synthesis. Imagine taking hundreds of research inputs, interview notes, whatever, and having AI rapidly surface themes. That saves massive amounts of time.
Okay, it's a clear win. Where would you slow down then?
You slow down for human wisdom, things like ethical reviews of AI outputs or making really critical strategic decisions based on the data. You don't automate judgment.
That distinction is crucial. And they had that practical example too, the AI sidekicks.
Right. These aren't just generic chatbots. They're specialized assistants, like a service design research assistant, programmed only with Miro's own vetted internal research and project data.
So you get trustworthy, relevant output based on your own institutional knowledge.
Yeah.
That's clever. The vetted data is key there.
Absolutely. And another practical win they highlighted, something probably everyone listening has felt the pain of, dealing with static documents. Old service blueprints locked in PDFs, journey maps as images. They showed AI instantly turning those into editable digital sticky notes.
Oh, wow. Okay, that's an immediate collaboration boost, taking static history and making it live and workable for teams right away.
Exactly. So ultimately, the big takeaway for me was how service designers are really positioned to lead this AI shift, not just react to it.
By bringing that structure, that strategic thinking, the holistic view, and keeping it grounded in human needs and empathy.
Yeah, providing the clarity needed to navigate this massive change and hopefully flip that scary 90% failure rate on its head. It's about making transformation stick. Thank you for tuning into this deep dive.